PlayMakers Media Lab.
Hey, Margaret.
Why, hello, Katherine.
It's so nice to see you and get to speak with you today.
Likewise.
Let's introduce ourselves for the audience. I'm Katherine Dunham, a Chicago born dancer, choreographer, and anthropologist, among many things.
And I am Margaret Burroughs. I am a visual artist, poet, and educator, among many other things. And I was born in Louisiana, but I call myself a Chicagoan because I lived and worked in Chicago for most of my life, including graduating from Inglewood High School, the Chicago's Teachers College, and the Art Institute of Chicago.
I graduated from the University of Chicago. Look at us.
Yeah. Katherine, can I ask you, who are we talking to?
Oh, what a great question. We are talking to the audience of Playmakers Laboratories Media Lab. For all of Black History Month, Playmakers Media Lab is highlighting the Black Renaissance and the iconic Black authors that flourished during this time.
Oh, I know all about the Chicago Black Renaissance because we were part of it.
You want to tell them about it?
Yes. The Chicago Black Renaissance was a creative movement that blossomed out of Chicago's South Side during the 1930s and 1940s. This was after the Great Migration, and many of the giants hailing out of the Chicago Black Renaissance were born in the southern part of the US, and they later came not only to call Chicago home, but they truly created community here. The Chicago Black Renaissance was instrumental to the culture we live every day as Chicago residents.
Not as many people know about the Chicago Black Renaissance because it is eclipsed by the Harlem Renaissance, but our work truly impacted the entire world.
That is true.
For instance, as a dancer and choreographer, I created an entire technique of dance called the Dunham technique that is still used today. It combines influences from Caribbean dance, traditional ballet, African rituals, and African American rhythms. My very first dance studio was here in Chicago, and then I opened a Katherine Dunham dance studio in New York City. I also founded the Performing Arts Training Center and the Dunham Dynamic Museum in East St. Louis. My talent with dance and choreography took me all over the world. I even choreographed movies like Stormy Weather starring Lena Horne. You should check it out.
Ooh, I love her.
My art provided me with a platform to speak on issues I care about. I have always been a vocal advocate for racial equality, and I often use my performances to highlight discrimination. Whether I was directing, choreographing, writing, or even in conversation with others, these themes were always top priority for me.
Well, Katherine, I feel similarly about my work. I work in many different kinds of art, from poems to visual art, but the themes of my work were consistent throughout. I have always sought to focus on providing space for Black artists to create and express themselves. Because of that core mission, I founded not one, but two institutions in Chicago: the Southside Community Arts Center and the Disabled Museum, both of which still exist today.
I just have to say, we are pretty amazing.
No doubt about that.
Well, because we dedicated so much of our lives to creativity, let's get creative now.
Of course. The activity for all of you watching today will be to write a story based on a piece of visual art of mine, a clip of Katherine Dunham's dance. You can write a story using both pieces of art to inspire the setting and the characters of your story, or you can just use one of those pieces of art.
All you need is a pencil, a piece of paper, as well as a few minutes to be inspired. Your story should have a setting,
Which means where and when the story will take place,
at least one character, but you can have more,
which means who the story will be about.
and a beginning, a middle where the conflict happens, and an end or resolution.
Use my picture and Catherine's dancing to inspire any part of your story. Maybe it inspires the action that takes place in the story, or maybe Catherine's dance makes you think of a character that you want your story to be about.
And maybe then Margaret's pictures inspires the setting of your story and how it ends.
Yes, use our art to inspire you in whatever way you wish.
And remember, every idea is a good idea. So even if you don't know what to write next, keep going.
You have the assignment. Now it's time to write.
Ready?
Set.
Right. Thank you for joining us on PlayMakers Media Lab this week for Black History Month.
Remember to tune in next week and every Monday at 12:30 p.m. Central.
On Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, wherever those things are.
And tonight on Patreon, join us for That's Weird Grandma to see adaptations of our student-written stories.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, you can check it out at www.patreon.com/PlayMakers Lab.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Margaret.
Bye, Katherine.
Playmakers Media Lab.